It's a whole new day and it's a whole new season. Mission accomplished. Hey guys, welcome back to another edition of Bobcat Corner Live, morning edition. This is different, Wednesday morning. Good morning, everybody. This is Stephen Vitt reporting again. And oh my goodness, what a way to close out last night, huh? As you can tell, I'm very happy about what happened last night. Even though there were ups and downs throughout last night's game, which was the Battle of the Bricks between the Ohio Bobcats and the Miami, Ohio Redhawks. And as you know, if you pay attention to the Battle of the Bricks rivalry, the Miami Redhawks, they always give us trouble. They always give us problems to deal with year in and year out. And last night was no different. There were many challenges that we had to overcome last night. And we did have issues at times during last night, but ultimately we persevered. We overcame. We we cleared a major hurdle. The basic point I want to make here, guys, is that we cleared a major hurdle, and I'm so happy about that. And as you can tell here, just going to reveal the final score right away. The Ohio Bobcats defeated the Miami Ohio Redhawks 24-20 in a back and forth uh, kind of game where pretty much everything was on the line by all intents and purposes. And honestly, it blows me away for all the right reasons how we overcame certain things. I've just I'm stunned in a good way. I'm stunned by what happened here. For those of you that did watch the game on ESPN2 or you were actually there at Athens, Ohio, at Frank Solich Field, let me know in the comment section below after this stream is over, or if you actually hang out here in the stream for the live chat, please provide comments here as to what you thought of the game. Just amazing stuff here. 24-20, Ohio overcomes Miami, Ohio, and I watched that entire game last night. I was determined to watch the entirety of that game, and oh my goodness, did we show up with flying colors? We showed up, and I'm thrilled. I'm happy. Um, as I said in the original Bobcat Corner 69, the original version. Um, I was saying that this would tell me everything about our team, whether or not we get up for this game. Ben, boy, did we do that! We showed up. But anyway, let's just get to the action before I ramble on too much. So let's get going here. First quarter, first half in general, guys, it was a back and forth kind of a deal. It was a defensive struggle for a good chunk of the game. It was scoreless. For the record, it was scoreless after the first quarter. No score. So the first quarter, it was definitely a feeling out process for both teams, just trying to get an idea of what the other team was going to do. That was the case for both teams here. Unfortunately, in the first quarter, late in the first quarter, the Bobcats were driving on offense, and it looked like we were going to get a touchdown. But unfortunately, Parker Navarro threw an interception. It was a good throw by Parker, but it's just the delivery, coming down with it. That was the part of the problem. It was an interception by Eli Koppes, defensive back for Miami, Ohio. So, okay, 1 minute to go in the first quarter, interception. That ended up being a touchback. That stunk. But again, it was like early on, it was just a defensive battle. You could tell when you guys were watching this game, you could tell that this was just a defensive battle back and forth. So, okay, no score after one. All right. But what I did notice, couple good things that I did notice about this game was that we paid attention to our running game early. We gave it to C.A. Bangura early. That was a good sign right off the bat. I was like, yeah, we're going to utilize our running game early. That's good. C.A. Bangura, he's getting the ball given to him. That's good. And also on defense, I want to give a shout out to the entire defense, both run defense and pass defense. At times, guys, I know I've been giving you guys a hard time, but this game, you guys definitely showed up. No doubt about it. The defense in all angles, you guys showed up. And I'm going to talk about it specifically at the end here. You guys did a great job for the most part containing Daquan Finn, the quarterback from Miami, Ohio. Just I mean, even though bits and pieces sometimes Finn got, broke loose, but overall you guys contained him very well, especially in the first half. Did a good job containing him. So again, scoreless after one, 0-0 after one quarter. Now it goes to the second quarter. This was like one of the unfortunate things where it's like Miami, Ohio was doing what they were trying to do. Cole Weaver, I mentioned this in Bobcat Corner 69. Cole Weaver, he was one of the guys that we had to, account for. And when it comes to Miami, Ohio's offense, Cole Weaver, he did break loose when Miami was driving in the second quarter. It was like 7 minutes to go. He got like a couple consecutive, big plays. Uh, one of which was like a 27-yard reception. But it was like, that happens. Stuff happens. Um, but here's the thing, and here, I'm going to get to this. Here's the thing that I just really loved about this, especially when it comes to the defense. Oh my goodness, the defensive stand that we had on that goal line, the goal line stand towards the end of the second quarter, first half. My goodness, was that huge. Talk about a momentum shift for all the right reasons. For all the right reasons. Defense, shout out to you guys. It was starting at like the 4-yard line when that all occurred, I think. Miami was threatening to score a touchdown, but they did not get it. They did like actually for 1-yard line, excuse me. Trying to punch it in from 1 yard out, they could not do it because our defensive line stood up big time when they had to stuff the run, 3 straight plays. Um, and even with the third down play when Miami of Ohio committed a penalty, a false start, which was kind of funny, but you know, the fact that we held Miami, Ohio to 3 points in a position like that from the 1 yard line, huge. Just absolutely huge. I loved it. I love that. It was like that fired me up. I was like, yeah, we're getting it. When I saw that, I was like, okay, the light bulb is finally on for the defense. We're getting it. We're making the big plays when we have to, and we held them to 3 points instead of 7. Huge. So okay, 3-0 Miami of Ohio. All right, but again, moral victory, huge moral victory there. That was with 1 minute 57 seconds to go in the second quarter. Okay, but feeling pretty good about ourselves now, knowing what we know about Ohio's offense when they do the no huddle, when they go quick. Parker Navarro, he's good for it. He's good for a quick strike for a drive, and he did that. He marched the Bobcats offense down the field, and of course, we had to get into field goal position. And all season, guys, I've been talking about the field goal unit, the field goal kicking issues that we've had all year. Duly noted. But the funniest thing happened. We made a field goal. We actually made a field goal. Throw a party for that. David Dellenbach, he got the call to kick field goals. He actually made the field goal, 35-yard field goal to tie it up, 3-3, going into halftime. Feeling good about ourselves. We got some moral victories going into halftime, tie game, defensive struggle, back and forth. I mean, you could feel it when you were watching this on ESPN2. Uh, it was just one of those games. It was just like you kind of don't know what's going to happen going forward when you're going into halftime here, but it's like the momentum was picking up for us. I could tell. So let's just go to the third quarter here. Um, there were some issues though about the special teams as far as like kickoffs go that I will point out. I have to. Uh, After we score, we kick off the football, right? I've been saying that we should be kicking it deep to the end zone for a touchback. Okay, 3 times I think we kicked it out of bounds, which caused the penalty. Uh, we should not be doing that, but not going to get on that so much right now. So that's what happened. Kicked it out of bounds the third quarter. And then we were trying to drive 10 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the third quarter. But Parker Navarro was like trying to throw the football, but he couldn't because he got like, at the last moment, he got like stripped by Corbin Hondrew, another guy I've been talking about for Miami Ohio's defense. Corbin Hondrew just, swatted the ball out of Parker's hands right before he could throw it. That caused a fumble, and Miami recovered. Okay, that sucked. But again, we were able to rally. We were able to recover from stuff like that. 8 minutes 15 seconds to go. Okay, Red Hawks, they kick another field goal, 6-3. Uh, Dom Dom, hope I'm saying his name right. Joban, hard to pronounce his last name. Dom Joban, 47-yard field goal, 6-3. Red Hawks. Okay, 8 minutes to go. It's a it's that kind of slow paced kind of game where it's like anything goes, anything could happen. So even though we were down three, it was like, I know we're not out of this. I know we're not out of this game. It's a long way to go before the end of this one because it's a rivalry game, so much at stake. And C.A. Bangura again, I'm going to mention him again. Going to mention him a few more times. C.A. Bangura, 4 minutes, 37 seconds to go in the third quarter, 22-yard touchdown run, made it 10-6 Bobcats. We were up 10-6 by 4 points. And that's going to be key towards the end of this. Can't say good enough things about. Can't say it enough how good C.A. Bangura was in this game. But anyway, going to the fourth quarter, okay, we're up 10-6, right? Again, Cole Weaver for Miami, Ohio, he starts developing some big plays for Miami, as far as their wide receivers. Okay, whatever. And then we get this other guy, Braylon Isom. He gets like a 4-yard touchdown reception for Miami, Ohio. Okay, 13 minutes, 29 seconds to go in the fourth quarter when that happened. So that put the Red Hawks back up 13-10. And I'm not going to lie to you, I was getting nervous when that happened because I was like, oh crap, they're not going away, aren't they? So it's one of those things. I've noticed this throughout the seasons. Like sometimes when we get behind like that late, it's hard. It was hard for us to get back into it. I've seen this happen in previous games before, but this felt different. There's just something about this game, Battle of the Bricks. It just always feels different. Okay, so 13-10 Red Hawks. Okay. But then right after that, and this is where I smile again because C.A. Bangura again on special teams, he receives the kickoff, the following kickoff, and it was such a brilliant move by the coaching staff, by everyone on the team. C.A. Bangura just a masterpiece here with this play call. He faked it to Duncan Brune, who was also on the field for special teams. And that's a little bit of a hint. It was like, yeah, I think you guys should do that on offense too. But this was on special teams. C.A. Bangura faked it, pitch to Duncan Brune on special teams, and then he just took it to the house. 97 yards, Bangura. That was like 13 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Put the Bobcats back up 17-13. Again, that was huge. That was so huge. Momentum. Football can sometimes be a game of momentum, and that's clearly a good momentum shift right there. Just amazing stuff. I'm like, it was again, I was pumped up for it. When I saw that, I was just something that could really fire you up. Yes, wow. I kept towards the end of this game, I kept telling myself, wow, what a game this is turning out to be. And it's like, yeah, it's hard for me to put into words sometimes, but yeah, 17-13 Bobcats. Of course, right after that, we kicked it out of bounds again. Again, I wish we would not do that, but that's for another time. I'll briefly talk about it here at the end, but whatever with that. And then, of course, Miami of Ohio did not go away, of course, because they never want to go away. Uh, Cam Perry, up until this point, Cam Perry was kept in check, but unfortunately, he broke out here for a 27-yard touchdown reception with 9 minutes 29 seconds to go. Put the Red Hawks back up 20-17. I was like, crap again. It's like, can we just put this team away? It's like they never seem to just go away. You know, that's that's what you have to deal with when you play a arch rival. You know, they never go away. But anyway, I just like the mental toughness. I want to highlight this. I like the mental toughness. I really like the mental toughness that the Ohio Bobcats showed in this game when they really needed to show it. So, okay, 2017, we're down by 3 points. Okay, we got to get another score somehow, some way. That was the situation. And then we had the ball. We drove the ball down the field for a long time. And then with 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, again, credit to Parker Navarro, the quarterback, our quarterback. When he comes up with a big play, he comes up with a big play, and it's a thing of beauty. A 49-yard touchdown pass from Navarro to Rodney Harris II, who I'm also going to talk about later on here. 49-yard touchdown pass reception, 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. That put us up 24-20, and that would be it. Miami would get the football back for one last try on their part, but unsuccessful because DeQuan Finn would end up throwing an interception to Jalen Thomason, which when you see that interception play, that was like amazing in itself. Because it's like within inches, that ball could have fallen on the ground. But Jalen Thompson was able to scoop it up just in time to get that clean interception to seal the deal with a minute 51 seconds to go in the game. And that's your final score. Stand up and cheer. 24-20, Ohio Bobcats win. So we did put our foot down in this game, and we did show Miami of Ohio especially who the top team is in the Mid-American Conference. It's still us. And hopefully that's still going to be the case for the last 3 games of the season, which we're going to get into here later on. Let's take that down here. Well, let's get through the individual stats before I get through the things that I have here, banners. Parker Navarro, 16 of 31 completed passes for 201 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Overall, good enough game from Parker Navarro, especially at the very end there. Amazing stuff. He did what he had to do. Good enough. Good job. C.A. Bangura, again, can't say it enough about him. He was amazing on that special teams play. And on offense, he had 17 rushing attempts for 102 yards and 1 touchdown. And Rodney Harris II, I got to get to him, and let's start showing off banners here. Rodney Harris II, I'm going to highlight him. He was the difference maker, and he was the one that got that game-winning touchdown reception. Just hats off to him. 5 receptions, 92 yards for Rodney Harris II. And it's kind of funny because earlier this morning I listened to that post-game press conference that the Ohio Bobcats always put up on YouTube. And it's funny because Rodney Harris II himself, he stated that Miami head coach Chuck Martin specifically told him that he was not good enough to play for Miami. Really? Really? Well, that just showed you, Coach, what Rodney Harris is made of. 5 receptions, 92 yards, 1 touchdown. And yeah, it's just really amazing stuff. Yeah. There we go. With that, I just like the development of our players. I like how we're just starting to gel at the right time. And again, Rodney Harris, he showed up. Chase Hendricks did some work too. 3 receptions for 40 yards. C.A. Magura again in the receiving game, 3 receptions for 30 yards. So we were like mixing and matching the run and the pass very well overall in this game. And again, Rodney Harris II, he showed up when he had to. He's been wide receiver number 2 behind Chase Hendricks, but this was the kind of game for Harris. This was the game for Harris to show up, and he did. Hats off to you, Rodney Harris. So yeah, 5 receptions, 92 yards, 1 touchdown. There you go with that. And also on defense, because again, the defense found themselves, and I might as well show it here. The defense found themselves when they needed to have big plays. When they needed to make big plays, they did it. They got it done. Even when they had adversity, even when they had issues, even when sometimes DeQuan Finn broke free for some runs, overall, the defense showed up when they had to. And I'm happy about it. I'm just really happy about it. Just can't say it enough. I was very, very impressed by the defense for the Ohio Bobcats this game. Uh, been a long time since I've had this feeling. Uh, Even dating back to the beginning of the season, the 3-game gauntlets, when it was the Rutgers game and the West Virginia game. That's how far back this goes this year. When the Ohio Bobcats had this kind of mentality, they showed this kind of mentality where it's like, yeah, I'm feeling it. They're having this mental toughness. They're showing it, and it showed up again. That mental toughness showed up again in this game. They had to have it. They did it. Defensive stand and the goal line, huge. Certain plays, huge. Tackles for losses. I've noticed that. This was a very impressive game for the defense. I can't say it enough. It was just they took a step forward. The defense definitely took a step forward overall. Pass defense, run defense, they took a step forward as a complete unit in this game. Hats off to all of you guys. And specifically Charlie Christopher, this dude right here, Charlie Christopher, 12 tackles in this game. He was all over the place. He was the defensive MVP, in my opinion, aside, of course, from the Jalen Thompson interception. The defensive MVP could arguably be Charlie Christopher, linebacker, 12 tackles. Oh my goodness. This dude is going to be a star, in my opinion. And he's young too, so be on the lookout for him year after year. So yeah, Charlie Christopher, he's been stepping it up last few games, and he's had to because of some injuries to our defense. So he's been called upon to get stuff done, and he has. So shout out to Charlie Christopher. I'm highlighting him. Uh, he's been doing good work. I've noticed that he's been doing good work, and he came up with big plays. So yeah. Although one thing I do have to say, and I wish that this was not an issue. This was like part of the issue for the special teams in this game. At least I'm thankful that we made a field goal, but touchbacks and not out of bounds. Just one thing that I wish that we work on a little bit. And I'm not going to get on it too much, but when we kick it off after we score, again, football is a game of momentum. You don't want to squander away that momentum by doing something like this. Just kick it back for a touchback in the end zone. And because when you kick it out of bounds, it's a penalty and it forces a start at the 35-yard line, and it gives the opponent considerably good field position. So you don't want to do that. But whatever, it did not come back to bite us, thankfully, because our defense was just really amped up for this game. But yeah, work on this next time. Just kick it back deep for a touchback instead of going out of bounds. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, good game overall. I just can't say it enough. It's like, and yeah, I might as well do it, even though Miami of Ohio, whatever. I have to say the individual stats for the Red Hawks. DeQuan Finn, 17 of 25 completions, 194 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Again, for the most part, we contained DeQuan Finn. I was more concerned about what he was going to do with the passing game instead of the running game, even though I knew he was a good runner. But for the most part, DeQuan Finn was kept in check, thankfully. And it was just kind of funny how that last interception thrown to Jalen Thompson is like that just pulled the plug on everything for Miami, Ohio. So whatever with that. Cole Weaver, 6 receptions, 94 yards. Okay, should have kept him in check a little bit more, but again, did not come back to bite us too much. Cam Perry, 3 receptions, 45 yards, 1 touchdown. Certain things, you wish that you would have back, but overall, we did good. And yes, the defense, I did mention this about Corbin Hondrew for Miami of Ohio. It's like that dude's a monster. 17 tackles for Corbin Hondrew. Had to do a better job of keeping him in check. But it is what it is. He's talented in his own right. So, but anyway, 24-20, Ohio over Miami of Ohio. I'm going to keep showing this because I have to. Yeah, it's a rivalry game. The Ohio Bobcats understood the importance of this game. That's the main thing. The Ohio Bobcats understood the actual importance of this game, and I'm so happy they did. When you absolutely needed to show up, you did. Good job. Shout out to the entire team, the Ohio Bobcats. Wow, we got 4 viewers. Guys, feel free to comment in the chat box if you want. Yeah, shout out to all of you guys, the Ohio Bobcats. You showed up when you had to. Mission accomplished, like I said, to open this. So I'm gonna get to my bottom line here. Guys, feel free to chat if you want. The bottom line here, and that is our bottom line, because Ohio University said so. Might as well say it. Anyway, the bottom line is finish the gauntlet strong. Now we opened up the season with a 3-game gauntlet out of conference. That was so tough for us at the beginning. But now we're at the tail end of this. Last 3 games, last 3 games of the season. And for the most part, it's right ahead of us. It's all in front of us. We have one very easy game sandwiched in between 2 pretty tough games still. Uh, the UMass game, nobody takes UMass seriously this season. They stink, whatever. But we do have an important game coming up here next week, next Tuesday night. We have to travel up to Kalamazoo, Michigan to face the Western Michigan Broncos. Got to take care of those guys. So, yeah, we have to finish the gauntlet strong. We have to find a way to dig deep and keep that momentum that we just developed here in this game against Miami. We got to take it with us to Kalamazoo, because that's what I was talking about with Bobcat Corner 69. It's like the positive outcome, which happened. The positive outcome is that we took care of business. We beat Miami of Ohio. We should have that confidence to go up to Kalamazoo, Michigan, and take care of business against the Western Michigan Broncos, who fell to Miami of Ohio the previous week. So if we can beat Miami of Ohio, why can't we beat Western Michigan? I'm just saying. So, I mean, yes, they will present their own set of challenges for us, Western Michigan. Duly noted. I've heard a lot of stuff about their defense being productive, but I do believe that we can handle that. We just showed that we can win on the road playing Eastern Michigan the previous week. So now we go up to Western Michigan, Kalamazoo. We got to show it. We got to keep this momentum going. We got to finish the gauntlet strong, like you see here in this banner. And yeah, it's right in front of us, guys. We have 2 tough tests ahead of us for the remainder of the season. Next week against Western Michigan, and then the season finale up in Buffalo, New York against the Buffalo Bulls. If we get past these last 3 games, we're going to be there. We're going back to Detroit. This game right here, Battle of the Bricks against Miami of Ohio, it was a true test. It was a true test of seeing whether or not we were ready to take that next step forward. And I think, at least I think, that we're ready to take that next step. We answered that question. Yes, we are capable of taking that next step forward to go on another run here, to finish out the season strong, finish the gauntlet strong. And yeah, so 24-20, Ohio Bobcats over Miami Ohio Redhawks. The feeling of winning this game, a rivalry game, is very good. So, yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I'm just going to be here for a few more minutes, so you guys can have a chance to get in live chat comments here. But yeah, this is what I was talking about. This is what I was talking about the last few weeks, is that we have to get into the right mentality to get on a run so we can get back to the Detroit, Michigan, and we're showing it. The guys trust each other. The Bobcats players, they trust each other. It's a team that you want to rally around. It's a team that you want to really root for, even if you're outsider, even if you don't have any rooting interests in MAC teams. The Ohio Bobcats as a brand is something that you should want to do well as a brand. We're not a flashy brand. We're not a big brand, obviously, even in our own state, of course. But it's a brand that you should care about, the Ohio Bobcats brand. It's a brand that you want to see succeed. And I'm hoping you guys are just going to get that as time goes on here. It's like, yeah, we're a group of six school. Okay. Yeah, we're in the Mid American Conference. Okay. But it's something that you want to rally around. When you see the players on the Bobcats team performing as well as they do here, it gets to be something special. Once you see it develop in the way that it is, it gets to be something special. So, yeah, as you can see here, guys, I have both my Bobcats flags up. Might as well do it because it's a special occasion, rivalry game. But yeah, this is what this is what we do. Bobcats win. They put up the Bobcat flag. So yeah, all's well that ends well. It's a whole new day. It's a whole new season. Mission accomplished. Like I said, to start this live stream. So yeah, I'm gonna be getting out of here in a minute. So I'm happy. I'm just happy about where we're headed now. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Yeah, so Bobcat Corner episode 70, by the way, before I do go, Bobcat Corner episode 70. I do have something planned, like I mentioned in that quick video announcement, plans for the end of 2025. A little bit of sprucing up for Bobcat Corner, especially for the intro, which you're going to see. I think it's uh, I think it's good for me to do it right then and there. Episode 70 for Bobcat Corner, the original Bobcat Corner. You're just gonna see it. You'll get it when you see it. So yeah, just doing things here and there to spruce up Bobcat Corner and my entire channel in general, STV Castle. So yeah, again, let me know what you guys think about the game last night in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for your support. If you guys want to, you can buy me a coffee on Ko-fi. You see that going through the banner there, down there, the Ko-fi account there. Uh, any contributions would be helpful. And I got a comment just now. Hey, Bob Swanger. Hey, how you doing, Bob? Steven, your shows have me watching Ohio. Well, that's good to hear, man. Thanks for stopping by, Bob. Yeah, so you watched the game last night. Man, what'd you think of it? Ah, wow. It's just it's just interesting how things have developed the last couple years for me. Last year, again, I did not know that we were going to go on that run last year for 2024. And then this year, it looks like we're going to go on another run again. Uh, it's possible we can go on another run, but yeah. Anyway, yeah. So thank you guys so much for your support. Like I said, if you want to buy me a coffee on Ko-fi on my Ko-fi account, you see that scrolling down the screen down below. Feel free to do so. Any support that I can get from you guys would be greatly appreciated. Um, yeah, I mean, the Ko-fi account is there for a reason, so any contributions and support that you guys can give me would be greatly appreciated. I appreciate any and all support. I do, because without you guys, none of this is possible. So I give credit to you guys watching this and subscribing to me and giving me the help that I need to make this channel better, to make Bobcat Corners more special. So yeah, it's greatly appreciated. Another comment. Yep. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back with Bobcat Corner episode 70 soon. Hopefully I'm going to start recording that on Friday. Try to get that going because I got to preview the Western Michigan game. But yeah, also be on the lookout for more Steven interviews you. Sorry, my voice. Steven interviews you. That's been going on a lot lately. Steven interviews you. I got another thing lined up there. That's coming soon. Again, episode 19 of Steven interviews you. Staying busy. I'm a busy Bobcat, as I say. So yeah, thank you guys so much. Man, I had 5 watching. But yeah, thank you guys so much. Really. This is Steven Vitt reporting. Oh yeah. That's our bottom line because Ohio University said so. Take care, guys.